So, welcome to London.
Man.
How many times have you been over here?
Man, good 4 times or something, man. I've been over here a while. I think I came one time to, it wasn't for like promo and press and stuff, just on some separate stuff.
Okay.
So about 4 times.
Alright then, Ben. So, I mean, I just want to find out the name itself, Chamillionaire.
Yeah.
Very original. I mean, just to explain to the listeners, where did the name come from?
Alright, the name Chamillionaire. I used to rap under the name Chameleon, and I didn't have a purpose behind the name. I used to rap about my rims and my diamonds and bling bling and all that stuff. And then I wanted to add some purpose to the name because all my friends were like, you know, he don't rap about nothing with a purpose. He only raps about materialistic stuff. So on a mixtape, I was like, I'm changing my name from Chameleon to the Chamillionaire. And I knew people was gonna think it was about money, but it's like, nah, I'm gonna start adjusting my style and be becoming more rich in style. Like, I'm gonna rap fast, I rap slow, I taught myself how to sing hooks, and then I just started having more meaning behind my words. So Chamillionaire means rich in style.
Alright then, so I mean, let's go back to like last year, yeah, 2006, the big success of Ridin Dirty.
Yeah.
I mean, how did the big rise feel to like just becoming instantly worldwide recognized?
I felt good because I came from the mixtape circuit, and you know, it's some people that like go shop demos and get a deal and they blow up. Like, I was on the mixtape circuit. Those are people at the bottom of the barrel climbing to get to the top. You know what I mean? Selling CDs out the trunk. I did all the groundwork, and for years I was on that level. So to see a song that I didn't even try to win a Grammy with or sell all these ringtones with, I just tried to make a jamming song and blow up that big and become one of the biggest records. Period.
Yeah.
That's like crazy. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. And it felt good. You know.
Yeah, you did well. Not just in the charts, yeah, but also on the digital side. You sold 4 million ringtones.
Yeah, it's still going. You know, I sold over 4 million ringtones, and to this date, it's not a record that has sold more records than Ridin Dirty ringtones, I guess. So.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, like, what's your view on the way the music scene has changed? Like, for example, back in the day, it was all about just selling the albums. Now you've got to sell ringtones, and ringtones can generate more revenue than the album sometimes.
Yeah, even though I'm one of the artists that's successful in ringtones, I'm one of the people that appreciates the old way of music. You know what I mean? Like, you know, I like to go get the CDs and open the booklets and see that type of stuff. And now it's just turned into a digital age where people just care about ringtones, and it's cool. I had success at it, but it's like, what happened to buying the music? What happened to caring about the music? It seems like nowadays, you know, if music keeps going like this, pretty soon it'll be a CD, will be non-existent. You know?
Exactly. I mean, so it says here your ringtone interrupted an important press conference at the White House.
Oh yeah, that was great.
What's the story behind that?
They was doing some kind of like press conference, and you know, somebody giving a speech at the White House, and there's like all these people in suits and you know, Congress people or whatever, and then all of a sudden you just hear a Ridin Dirty ringtone just go off, and the guy just stops his whole, I can't remember the guy's name, but he stops his whole meeting, you know, and he's like, is that hip hop music? And then she's like, oh no, that my son put that in my phone, and I was like, wow, everybody started laughing, but in my mind, when the footage started leaking everywhere, I was like tripping. I was like, dang, they listen to Ridin Dirty in the White House.
That is a good look. I mean, with all the digital stuff, you got a very popular MySpace page as well. It's got like 6 million hits the last time we checked. So, and you do a blog yourself. I mean, do you run all that yourself?
Yeah, I actually do.
You actually
I'm
run the page
active online. And I think that's part of the reason why I sold so many ringtones, because even before majors came, I was already pretty active online. Like, I respect that market. And, you know, it's a good way to connect with fans, you know. So I have myspace.com/chamillionaire. I have myspace.com/chamilitary. And I have youtube.com/chamillionaire TV. And you can see all video footage and stuff.
Yeah, man. So we'll get them to check that out. Like, do you think it's extra important now, though, that all artists, you know, if they want to get anywhere, they need to keep in touch with their fans on a personal level through sites like MySpace or Facebook or YouTube?
Yeah, it's definitely a good way to market yourself, you know what I mean? And that's where everybody's at nowadays, man. Like, even the video channels now, man, they changed from back in the days. You know, there's so many, you know, there's only so many times people can see your video, but, you know, online is unlimited, you know what I mean? So it's definitely a good marketing tool, and a lot of fans get their information from there. That's where they find out all the rumors, what happened to who, online, you know.
Exactly, and it just goes to show as well, you're never too big to be able to speak to your fans or to get back to them on MySpace.
Yeah, nah, man, you gotta stay grounded with that one, man, because
Exactly.
them fans will eat you up online if you ain't.
But I mean, with all the digital advances, there's also the downside. People downloading the music for free legally. I mean, what's your view on that?
Yeah, man, it's sad that people just don't even buy music nowadays. But and it's crazy because I'm a mixtape artist, so my fans are kind of trained to know how to bootleg. You know what I mean? So that's the gift and the curse. And, it's messed up. You know?
But anyway, I mean, so we'll get onto the album in a second. Yeah, just first, like the latest single, Hip Hop Police. Yeah. What's the story, Hip Hop Police?
I knew when I made Hip Hop Police, people was gonna think it was about the police that pull you over and give you a ticket, but it's not. It's about people that be police in hip hop, you know. And I want to tell a murder was the case type of record, where basically the crime is loving hip hop. And I was figuring, who could I put on here that isn't on everybody's record? And Slick Rick came to mind. You know, he's a storyteller, so I just happened to pull it off. But we weren't trying to make a single. We were just trying to make a song that was a conceptual, jamming record, and it just ended up being a single. And then we shot the video, it's just out of here.
Yeah, the video seems pretty crazy. I heard you played
all these different parts,
all the characters in the video. How long did that take to shoot then?
We shot 2 videos, so it took a couple days, you know what I mean? And I play myself, and I'm running from the police, which is me also, and then I play the newscaster who's talking about the hip hop artists on the news, and it's just crazy. It took me 4 hours to become the white newscaster because I had to dress up in prosthetics, but I'm glad I did it because it came out dope.
So I mean, tell me about the new album. It's released over here, October 15th. Yeah. How does it feel to get the second album out there?
The album Ultimate Victory is definitely like a step up from my last album. It's a creative, conceptual album with, it features Lil Wayne, Bun B, Devin the Dude, Pimp C, Lil Kim, my artist, Slick Rick, Crazy Bones. And I feel like it's an album that has a lot of creativity and concepts to it, where in the end there's a moral to the story, where my last album kind of didn't have that,
Okay. I mean, which tracks on it do you think we should particularly look out for?
Well, my second single is a song called Industry Groupie, which has a Final Countdown sample, which is a Swedish sample, but people are already talking about that one because it's more of a club type of track, you know what I mean? But at the same time, I'm talking about I'm name dropping a lot of rappers and stuff, and basically saying this girl, she's a groupie, man, because she messing with everybody, and I thought she was in love with me, and she's sleeping with everybody for free. But I'm talking about music, like hip hop. She's doing everybody's dance now. She's a gold digger with Kanye. She's a stripper with T-Pain.
Yeah. Alright, man, we'll play that tune, and that's got the famous sample on it as well.
Yeah.
Final Countdown. So I mean, I also heard that you spoke out recently about beef within hip hop.
Yeah.
I mean, so what is your view on beef within hip hop?
I necessarily it's played out, man. It's just too much of it. You know what I mean? Everybody just does it. It's fabricated, and even if it's real, it just looks like it's a publicity stunt. So I feel like people should just focus on the music, man. Because rappers nowadays, man, they don't talk about the music. They talk about who they beefing with, who they got shot with, and who did what. Like, man, let's get to the music, man. That's how I feel about it. It's just too much. Somebody could diss me right now, I wouldn't even care.
Yeah. So you're just all about the good vibes.
Exactly, man.
Yeah. So I mean, you mentioned about doing the mixtapes. You done the Mixtape Messiah series. So I mean, how long were you doing the mixtapes though?
Oh man, I've been doing the mixtapes since like 1998. Man, been on the scene trying to sell mixtapes out the trunk. And I remember when people used to take our mixtapes and throw them on the ground. Like, man, this is terrible. Why I hate this, And now everybody's like jamming the mixtapes and stuff like that, and it's just crazy, man.
So you've been doing mixtapes for so long, when they're almost to the point when they actually were on cassette tapes, rather than
even especially back in Texas, like they had chopped and screwed mixtapes and they were on cassette tapes at first, and then they started like transferring to CDs and it started becoming this big trend everywhere.
So I mean, what were your early influences? Who influenced you to get into the game?
I used to listen to a little bit of everything, man. I used to listen to a lot of East Coast music. I used to listen to Jay-Z, Tupac, UGK, Scarface, Outkast, a little bit of everything, Bone Thugs,
I mean, what do you have any art, like contemporary artists at the moment that you can say you like listening to?
I don't know, man. Like I used to love music a little bit more than I do nowadays.
Before you started working on it hard.
Yeah, it's like once you get to the business side of it, you start to like, you know, I'm around music so much that when I get free time, I get away from music.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean, mate. So yeah, well, what do you do then just to chill?
Man, I just appreciate some of the simpler things. Like, you gotta understand, I'm on the road so many days a year. I don't even get to sleep in my own bed. So it's like once I get home.